Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the second round of the 2014 NBA playoffs, and right now we are talking with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who just gave us a great analysis of a tough series to analyze, Clippers and OKC. Now we're going to talk about Brooklyn, Miami. Joe, thanks for being back with us.
Hi, thank you, Peter. Let's pick some winners.
All right, first give a quick plug for OffshoreInsiders.com. How's baseball going for you, and how's the NBA and NHL playoffs going for you?
No, it's going very well. Actually, over the past 2 weeks, we've been turning a slight profit, not quite as much as we want. Our Achilles heels for years seems to be extra inning games in baseball, but no, it's been very nice, and the underdogs and the small favorites in baseball have been great. NHL playoffs and the NBA, we are ahead in the postseason.
Thanks so much for doing all these videos with us. Brooklyn, Miami, you know, the NBA got their matchup, right? Probably a better matchup than Miami, Toronto. Congratulations, Silver and everyone else who had a hand in making this matchup happen. You know, Miami, they're minus 515 to win the series at Pinnacle right now. Brooklyn plus 422. Miami, of course, they swept Charlotte in 4. And like I said, when we previewed Miami's first round series, Miami actually has a very good record in the first 2 rounds against the spread, even though they tend to be a big favorite. They went 3-1 against spread in that one. Brooklyn, you know, they went to 7 games against Toronto. Is there any way Miami doesn't win this series? I think if LeBron gets injured, sure, but barring that, I think Miami at minus 515 actually has some value.
No, I would agree that Brooklyn is not going to win this outright unless there are some cataclysmic injuries, that there's no question that Miami should be the overwhelming favorites. I don't like to lay big chalk, although I did go with the favorite California Chrome last Saturday, and that worked out well. But you're right. I really can't make an argument for Brooklyn. I can make an argument for them as being a pretty good spread bet. But as far as winning this series, no. I think Miami should be the overwhelming favorites, and they should win this probably in 5 games, maybe 6.
Yeah. Why do you think Miami isn't? Because when we see in these series, I mean, the Spurs were, I think they opened at minus 700 over Dallas and closed at over minus 1,000. So, you know, there could easily be a line here of Miami minus 1,000 if the odds makers thought that was appropriate. Why do you think Miami's just minus 515?
Well, the reason that Brooklyn, I think you can make an argument that they're going to keep these games close. First of all, they did dominate the regular season series, which was stunning. They beat them all 4 times this year. But the reason that's not a major concern for me, because you can see from a motivational standpoint where Miami, look, they've already won their 2 championships. They don't have any statement games during the regular season. And if they did have something where they'd get a little more motivated for during the regular season, it would have been the Pacers, maybe the Spurs, perhaps Oklahoma City, but not so much the Nets. But the Nets know the team that they were measured by during the regular season was Miami. So I think the Nets had a clear motivational advantage during the regular season. Now, keep in mind, I believe 3 of those victories were by only 1 point. So the series was a lot closer than 4-0 would indicate. But, you know, the truth is the Nets, more than any team in the NBA, they are built for the postseason. So I think that's why some people are giving the Nets a chance. But all in all, it still comes down to talent. And the Miami Heat, you know, again, I keep saying if Chris Bosh is your number 3 option, you're always going to win a ton of games. So Miami is the more talented team. But the truth is the Nets are built more for the postseason. And remember, they got off to the bad start, but they were one of the best teams in the NBA since early January.
All right, but if you had to make a bet here, Brooklyn plus 422, Miami minus 515, what would you take?
Well, if I had to make a bet, I still say the Heat are easily the best team in the NBA, certainly in the East. So I would lay the big number at 5. I would lay the 5-1, unfortunately.
All right, Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Thanks so much for another great preview. Talk to you again very soon.